Today, I want to talk to you about a belief that so many people have, and it is such a core belief, and it truly holds people back in almost every aspect of their life. And I want to share that with you today. But before I do that, I want to remind you to like, subscribe, and share this video. So, belief is an incredibly strong energy. Belief is the thing, well, nothing really happens without belief. I mean, think about it. The Wright brothers flew an airplane because they believed they could. You know, bridges, buildings, highways, freeways, all of these things happened as a result of somebody having a belief that this could be done. And there's probably so many things that we don't have because somebody has had a belief that says it can't be done. So, whatever your belief is, it will become your reality. You can believe in something that isn't real. That doesn't make it real, but it is a powerful energy that causes you to make different decisions in your life. You can believe in something else that is true, and it will cause you to make decisions around that as well. So if you have a belief that isn't working for you, then what'll happen is you're not going to get the kind of outcome that you want. So what is the belief? And the belief is this. So many people believe that they're broken. So many people, oftentimes because of religion or the way that they were brought up, they were taught that they are broken. And the truth is, you're not broken. In my work as a therapist and as a coach, so much of my energy and time is spent on helping people overcome the belief that they are somehow broken, that somehow they are unable to change because of their brokenness. Whether it's that they had trauma in their life or they have an addiction in their life, they believe that there is something broken within them, and there's not anything broken within you. Instead, what's going on is growth. Let's take an example of a tree. We plant a tree and it grows and it's this big. Is the tree broken? No, no. Let's say the tree grows up into 3 foot. Is it broken? Well, it's different than the one that we saw before, but now it grows into a full grown redwood or something like that. Is that tree broken? Well, it's not the same as it was before. It just grew, changed, and adapt. It wasn't broken back here. It's not broken here. It's not broken there. It's not broken. It just grows and changes. So everything that happens to your life, if you believe that it is there to help you grow, that will become the focus then of what you're able to achieve in life. But if you believe you're broken, that will keep you stuck in a victim mentality. And a victim mentality says, oh, because this happened to me, I can't do that because, I was traumatized or I have an addiction. I'm an alcoholic. I have this fundamental belief that I'm therefore broken. But the truth is whatever's happened to you, whatever you've gone through is there for the purpose of your growth, your change and your adaptation into becoming the person that you're meant to be. Because I believe the purpose of life is to grow and to change into the person that you're supposed to be, your full potential. Just like a tree down here, it grows into its full potential. So let's say you've got a different tree and that tree grows and it grows crooked. Is that tree broken? No, it's just there because it's different. And oftentimes we will see our differences as they're not broken. For example, I have a daughter and she's 30 years old and she has a developmental disability. So she operates at about a 9 or 10-year-old level. Is she broken? No, she's perfect the way that she is. She's got so much blessings in her life. I mean, she doesn't have to worry about taxes. She doesn't have to worry about her boss. She doesn't have to worry about, showing up on time for a job interview, any of those kind of stresses. I would say that she's probably got an easier life than most people because she's perfect the way that she is. You're not broken. Quit trying to fix yourself. That's the point of this video. Quit trying to fix yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. Instead of thinking about, so what I want to encourage you to do is stop seeing yourself as broken and see yourself as growing, that you're moving. Stop trying to fix yourself and just try to grow. Whatever's going on in your life, learn from it. If you just got fired from your job, okay, there's nothing broken with you. Just at where you're at in this particular moment in time, you have to grow and change and adapt. And maybe you've got to learn some new skills, but you are growing. And 3 years from now, there's probably a good chance that you'll have another job. It'll be a better job. You will look back on this job loss as a great opportunity because it got you to where you needed to be to get the second job. That's the mindset we want to have, is that instead of this fixed mindset that I'm a victim and I'm broken and I'm going to stay stuck, I want to have a more flexible mindset that says I'm growing, changing, adapting. And I don't actually know exactly who I'm going to grow and change into. That's future Chuck. Present Chuck, though, just the way that he is not broken. He's learned from everything in his past that's got him up to this point to be able to share these kind of messages with you. So if you have a belief that you are broken, that there's something wrong with you, what do you do about that? Well, you have to believe something different. You have to believe that you're not. And the only way to do that is to shift your belief system. And again, beliefs are difficult to shift because we've got some kind of reward in there. There's something about the ego that wants you to remain small. The ego actually wants you to believe that you're broken, because if you're broken, you'll stay small. And if you stay small, then there's no risk. If there's no risk, then there's no danger. And the ego's job is to keep you from danger. But it also works against you because then you never reach your full potential. You're still growing, but you're not growing to the point that you could be if you were able to shift your belief that the purpose of your life is to grow, change, and adapt and become the best version of yourself. One of the things that will kill you faster than anything else, though, and leave you feeling like you're broken, is comparing yourselves to others. When I look at somebody else and I say, well, they've got what I don't have, therefore there's something wrong with me, there's something broken inside of me. The truth of the matter is that you're just different and you're growing in a different way. For example, let's go back to the tree analogy. Say you've got a tree that's planted and it grows really straight and tall. And you've got another tree and it grows crooked. All right. Is the crooked tree broken? No. Is the straight tree broken? No, they're just growing into their potential, whatever it is. Now, the problem is like somebody comes along and they see the straight tree, they're going to cut that tree down. They're going to turn it into lumber. So if you're the crooked tree, guess what? You get to thrive. You get to stay in your space. So instead of trying to change and adapt from your crookedness of comparing yourself to all the other straight trees, just grow. Just be where you're at, wherever you're at. There's 3 yous. There's the past you. There's the present you. That's who you are right now in this particular moment. And then there's the future you. What we want to be able to do is, instead of looking back on past me and how small I was, I was really small and tiny. I was just a little sapling. That's only going to keep you stuck. Instead, I want to look to the future. This is how I'm going to grow. This is how I'm going to change. This is how I'm going to adapt. I don't need to fix myself. All I need to do is grow. All I need to do is give myself the freedom and the ability to take whatever my circumstances are in this particular moment and learn from them so that I can change, adapt, and move forward. If your mindset is to always grow and always change and adapt, and your mindset is, I want to become the best version of myself, there's nothing wrong with me here. I'm not broken, but I have potential to change and grow and adapt and learn new things and have new paradigm shifts. And if I focus on that, what's going to happen is I'm going to meet every day with the new possibilities and excitement and wonder of, like, what is this day going to be like? What are the things that are going to get thrown in my way that I'm going to have to overcome to be able to learn, to adapt and grow? And that's the other thing about growth. Oftentimes growth, we have to have tension in order to grow. So growth isn't necessarily something that's fun. I have a few clients that are professional coaches that help people with their body and getting in shape and how to eat right and their nutrition and all that. And one of the things I learned from these guys is this, that in order to grow, there are 3 requirements: resistance, repetition, and rest. Resistance is the tension. Resistance is the thing that I don't want to do. Resistance is the thing of, I have to lift that weight. As I lift that weight, what happens is it creates tension. And how I grow is through tension. I don't grow by staying stagnant, by doing the same thing day after day after day after day. I have to lean into the tension of the thing that I don't actually want to do, because my focus is not on this present moment. My focus is on growing, changing, and becoming the best version of myself. So I'm going to lean into the resistance and I'm going to practice that resistance. I'm going to put my reps. One of the things that will cause you to believe that you're broken is that you're not there yet. You look at yourself and you tried something and it doesn't seem to be working for you. Maybe you started something, a diet or something like that, and a week into it's like, oh, this isn't working. You gave into the resistance. You gave into the thing that your ego that wants you to play small, but you haven't given it enough reps. You haven't gone and done it over and over again. You haven't leaned into that tension over and over again. You'll see somebody and all of a sudden it seems like they're just really famous or something like that. But what you don't see is the years and years before that they were putting their reps in, that they were shooting YouTube videos, that they were shooting podcasts, that they were putting themselves out there in the world. And then one day everything kind of exploded and they grew. and they change tremendously. I have to have faith that if I lean into the resistance and I put in the reps, that I'm going to grow. Now, the other thing is rest. You can't always be in tension. If you're always in tension, you're not going to grow. You need to have rest. So one of the most important things in growth is building in that time for you to rest. Every morning, I get up and I do my meditations. I rest into this. I set my intentions for the day. Every day, I build in some time to try to clear my head. And at night, I rest. I get 8 hours of sleep. I'm always aware of my body's need to rest. So I have the energy that I put into the tension with the repetition, but then I allow myself to rest. When I do those three things, resistance, repetition, and rest, I grow. That's why I'm showing up here and put my reps in and shooting these videos. I haven't completely grown into who I'm supposed to be when it comes to being, sharing my message with the world. But if I stay small, if I never record anything, if I never show up, if I never try and lean into that resistance and I'm not doing it consistently, and then I'm not giving myself time to rest and regenerate, I'm always going to be where I am and I'm always going to be playing small. And the ego, like I said, the ego doesn't want you to be successful. The ego wants you to play small. The ego doesn't want risk and it doesn't want tension and it doesn't want repetition. All it wants is rest. And that's not how you grow. Think about it like this. If you have a stagnant body of water, what grows in it? Amoebas and one-celled animals. If you have a raging river, what grows in that? No, steelhead, salmon, big fishes. You grow in the tension of life. So my encouragement for you today is put away the belief that says I'm broken and instead take a new mindset that I'm growing. Every day I'm putting in my reps. Every day I'm leaning into the resistance. Every day I'm giving myself time to rest. And if I do that every day, guess what? 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're going to be a completely different person. You're going to have grown into the fullness of your potential. Anyway, that's what I got for today. Please like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next time.